People say that one of the great things about tennis is that it's a game you can play for the rest of your life. 6 years ago, Chris Herman didn't think he would be playing tennis, or any sport for that matter, ever again. The St. Petersburg, Florida native was in a car accident when he was 10 years old. He suffered a spinal cord injury that paralyzed him from the waist down.
Right after the accident, it was pretty traumatizing. So, my first words were, I'm never gonna have fun again. And that is probably the most untruthful thing that I've ever said.
Within a year of the accident, Chris started trying sports. His family helped him discover wheelchair tennis.
Wheelchair tennis is a very interesting sport because the athlete is actually using their arms to swing and move. And so it really is very challenging biomechanically and physically. So a wheelchair athlete may take a little longer to develop than an able-bodied athlete. However, wheelchair tennis is one of those sports that can integrate and play for life.
Chris was having fun again. Tennis allowed him to put the accident behind him and focus on a new passion.
It helped me move forward. It really got my mind off the accident and really just focused on what's ahead and how I can make this work and how I can live with being in a chair without focusing on the chair, just focusing on life.
Over the past 4 years, tennis has become much more than a hobby for Chris. He's now ranked as the top junior wheelchair tennis player in the country.
Amazing kid. We've known Chris, I think, 3 or 4 years now, and to get to see his development, coming into teenagehood, coming out of the injury, and looking at his progress. I mean, from a coaching standpoint, we're very excited. We're seeing what we see as a potential future #1 player for our men's program, and I think he knows it now.
Chris Herman is an incredibly unique athlete. He started playing tennis when he was 13, 2.5 years ago, and he's already #1 in the country. He is an incredible kid, great work ethic, great attitude, and his humility is unbelievable, and so he's just been a pleasure to work with, and he's a star rising.
With the instruction and support of the USTA, Chris is able to stay driven and challenge himself against some of the top Paralympic athletes in the world.
The support has been phenomenal. I mean, they give me grant money, and it really helps me make it to these tournaments and make me really work and everything. And then all the coaching, like Dan, James, and Jason Harnett, has been just amazing. I mean, they've also really helped me really get into the sport and really look to go ahead in it. I've been to quite a few countries. I made it to South Korea last year. Also stopped in Japan on the way for a tournament out there, and just came back from Turkey. I played a tournament in every place. I also went to France to play in the Junior Masters, so that was really exciting, and it was just a lot of fun.
Another great thing about tennis is that it has rules that allows disabled athletes to compete against able-bodied players. That means Chris can play for his high school team.
By rule, a wheelchair tennis player can play against a standing player. A wheelchair player gets 2 bounces, and it's based on ability, not disability.
You just got to try out, and if you make the team, they'll let you on, and it's really a lot of fun because it also gives me a way to connect with the other students, because there's not a lot of sports that I can play along with able-bodied people.
While Chris enjoys interacting with his high school classmates, he has a very bright future in wheelchair tennis. Already a top-ranked junior player, Chris has his eyes on the 2016 Paralympic Games in Rio.
Definitely, because especially as I get older, I'll get stronger, and it'll be a very attainable goal, I think.
Chris Herman is a unique combination of a couple of things that every coach wants to see in an athlete. First, his drive is amazing. I've never seen a kid work harder. Second, he has the ability to compete. He knows how to win matches. He knows how to fight when things are down. And to be honest, when he's not playing his best, he's still one of the best competitors I have. And you put those 2 skills together, and we have a straight winner as an athlete.
Along the way, Chris hopes to win a lot of matches, but also wants to encourage others who have had setbacks like his to give tennis a try.
If they're in a chair, first of all, that tennis is a great sport. I mean, it gives you a lot socially. I mean, you can play with your friends that are still able-bodied, because nothing really restricts you in tennis. You still can keep playing. Also, all the people that I've met in tennis have been great. I mean, it's just so much fun, and everybody's been just really helpful in my accident. So it's been great.
Chris Herman, the wheelchair tennis player, is not the inspiration. Chris Herman, the person, is. His drive, his personality, his ability to recover from everything that's been thrown at him, that's the inspiration.